Hello. I'm Bob Grenier. I'm from the Image Refinery, and my business partner's on the camera, but he doesn't like being on the camera, as it were. So we are a company that makes 3D models, and we've been doing this for games and animation for 20 years now. Make chaps like this, which is actually my business partner. So you see, I've got him on camera. Anyway, we've got this product called Mini Mugshot, which we think you'll be going to be having quite a lot of fun with. Essentially, it's a kind of shot glass thing, but the funky thing about it is it uses this new process called 3D printing, and you can make these at home with your 3D printer, or you can use a service provider like 3D Hubs, or a major one like iMaterialise, or Shaper Size, or something, I don't know. There's lots of them out there. Just look for 3D printing services. And the unique thing that we're doing here is, firstly, we're making this drinking vessel, and we are providing a service where you send us like a photo of your friend or yourself, or I don't know, your dog, maybe a front shot, side shot, another side shot. That's probably all we need. And in fact, that is all we need. But we need at least the front shot. We need to have a rough clue of what you look like. And then we sculpt a character of you, and we put it on the model, and you get the model, which you can print any number of times you like. So let me just introduce this model and what it can do. Okay, just take you through the model, and it's got two little feet, prints really well on things like the Ultimaker or MakerBot, and it's got a couple of ways you hold it. One where it kind of rests on the little finger there, or rests on the finger there. So that's sort of a delicate way to hold it, for instance, with the logo or motif or character facing out. Or you can hold it firmly like that, strongly, and it has this nice cup here, which curve that sits on your lips, so that you can drink with ease. Inside, it's got a capacity of 74 milliliters, which is an American double, so it will take doubles that are smaller than that, like the UK double or the Czech double. The weight of the cup, there's two versions here. They look exactly the same on camera, but one has been printed with a 20% infill. This one is 100% infill, so you can hear this. See that lower tone? Well, that means that it's weighted better at the bottom, so you can print it as you choose on your 3D printer, but it means you can really slam it down. Makes a good sound. So everything you've seen on the video so far is in blue, because that's what we had with our printer when we were printing these. That's not the only color you can use. There is like so many different colors and different materials you can print in on your domestic printer, such as, like, I don't know, tangerine orange and lime green, and even a sort of translucent one, which you can see whatever's inside. Sort of blurred through the natural PLA. Even cooler, though, you can get glow-in-the-dark printable filament. And that means you can, for instance, sit your shot glasses ready for the party under a lamp, and then when you bring them into a darkened room, it'll look pretty damn wicked. Another one is color-changing ABS, so you can print this in an ABS that, for instance, turns from purple to pink. So you have to maybe warm it up a little bit beforehand, and then when you pour the drinks in, it'll change color, which would be quite a funky effect. That's just the plastics. If you go to some other commercial 3D printing services, you can get these printed in metals like silver, or gold-plated bronze, or you can get it in a wide range of different plastics, clear plastics, clear resins, and so forth. So it's really down to you. You get the model, and you can choose to print them, in whatever materials you like. So the models we'll be giving out is when you take take a reward, even the base reward of £3, you get the basic model which you can print. It's already been tested to print on sort of domestic home printers. And if you go for one of the higher rewards, you can have your logo made into 3D and put onto the basic shot glass, and you can print that maybe for a corporate gift or for maybe a wedding. So this little chappy here is a groom, and here's the bride. Oh, aren't they lovely? So for instance, you can imagine a wedding ceremony where the toasts were given with these, and everyone had either the bride or groom on the table, and depending on how rich you were, you could get a printing provider to print those in silver or gold-plated bronze or whatever, and have those as mementos for people to take away after the wedding. Okay, so when you're using a shot glass, you really want to bash it around. So you want to kind of like run these around the table, slap them down. This is really robust in PLA, really robust in a range of the different plastics that are available, but this is the kind of plastic that most 3D printers will use. It's commercially biodegradable. It's made from either cornstarch or tapioca or potato starch, so it's carbon neutral. So when you're making these things, you can feel good that you're not adding anything to the greenhouse effect. And if you burn it, then because that kind of happens at parties, people leave cigarettes around or so forth, and you end up with no toxic fumes when PLA, polylactic acid, burns. And when you're printing these on your domestic printer, the smell is like sweet. It doesn't smell like burning plastic. That's not the case if you use something like ABS. You get a kind of plasticky smell there. But anyway, I tested these with a 2-year-old extensively, and the little boy threw them around, and as we know, when we're drunk, sometimes things get thrown around, and this is pretty robust. So just as I said before, the additive manufacturing process using 3D printers allows us to do these short runs, allows you to take the 3D model that we'll provide you and to get a local service provider or to use your own 3D printer to make these custom glasses. There's a really cool little feature in here. It's copyright to minimugshot.com. And you might have noticed something weird going on in the bottom of here. This like little spike thing here. Well, I've got a cutaway, and we call this the Chilli spike. And there it is in all its glory. This is a sort of section of the mug. So you can see there it's cut through. And the Chilli spike essentially is a feature in the middle of the glass that will suspend a range of different foodstuffs and anything else you can think of in the kind of center of the shot, such that it imparts the flavor into whatever you're doing. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with a spicy green chili in situ. There we go. There's a spicy green chili in situ, and essentially I'm going to show you how now to put that on there. But I can show you. It stays in there. You see? So here we have 3 chilies. Yay! Spicy chili, spicy chili. And it's pretty simple. You just cut a little section, like cut about 1.5 centimeters long, about 3/4 of an inch. There we go. And you take the business end of the knife, the sharp bit at the end there, and you just cut a little slot in there. That's it. That's done like that. So I'm got a chili spike on its own here, so you can really see up close what's going on. And you essentially, where's my slot? There's my slot. And you put it in there, drop it over, and then you rotate it 90 degrees. And that's it. The chili is on the chili spike. Yeah, chili spike, chili spike. There we go. That is the chili on the chili spike. I'll do that once more. It's really simple. Chili, little nick with the pointy end. Got a chili spike here. Slot it over the chili spike, rotate 90 degrees, and it's in position. Yeah! And so what you can imagine happens is as you pour the spirit in, it pours and goes through the ends here, and you end up with a flavour-filled shot. Okay, so I'm going to put it in one of the glasses now. So we chop our little section there, take the business end of the knife, put our little notch in, go into the glass, rotate 90 degrees, done! So I think this is something you could even do when you've had a few to drink. And once it's in there, it's like, yeah, it doesn't come out! Doesn't come out! We can pour some fluid in there and you'll see what happens. Not a lot, it sits in there, lovely, great, ready to go. It's not just chilies you can use. Here's a nice red onion, so if you want to have a pretty sick-inducing party game, let's put a little square of red onion in there. So take a little square, just take this little segment here. I always wanted to have my own cookery show. So I put a little notch in there, same process, and you basically drop it over the chili spike, rotate 90 degrees, and there we go. It sits in there, blah, 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 not coming out. Let's do that in a cup. So we've got a cup here, and our shot glasses, another piece of onion, that's for you. Go in there, drop it in. A little bit more fiddly these because it's slippery. Ah, it's slippery. Have a little bit of fun doing this, honest. It's a little bit slippery. Drop it in, rotate 90 degrees. And there we go, we have our onion in there. It's not coming out. We can pour our drink in there. There we go. So you can imagine you're just about to start a little drinking session, and we've got a load of chili mugs here, mini mug shots, okay, with your mates' images on there, you know, so on. And then people pick what they've got and they see what surprise they've got inside. So, oh, I got a green chili. Oh, I got a red chili. I got a green chili. Oh no, I got the onion. Anyway, so I come up with a good one here, which is where you get a piece of beef jerky. Who doesn't like beef jerky? Anyway, you put a little square of beef jerky on the chili spike, like you got the onion on the chili spike here, and you pour in a bit of Smirnoff vodka, and you end up with what I call a jerk-off. There's another thing you can do with these, depending on the plastic you print it in, because it's quite robust. You can pour in water, for instance, to cover the item, just a little bit under, like so. And then you put those in the freezer, and so basically you have an ice cube at the bottom. It'll still take a small shot at the top, but as people drink a few more shots, it reveals the flavour of whatever they've got in there. What I will say is people need to drink responsibly, but we'd like to all have a lot of fun with this. I'd like to see what you guys come up with to put on the chili spike, because it's all about the chili spike. minimugshot.com